the scariest crashes of the last decade in Formula 1. I don't know if I'm ready for this type of video.
The last 10 years of crashes have been horrifying.
Goes over the top, total chaos.
Going year by year, let's run down the biggest and scariest, starting in Austria 2015, with two world champions who tried to decapitate each other.
Look at the heat haze there. That's certainly not coming off the racetrack, is it?
A cold track, low grip, and with two former world champions in...
Oh, why is El Padre always mocking everyone? Why is this here? Like, this is such a dark thing to talk about, and then you just see our father mocking on us. Oh my goodness. Okay. Focus, go in.
Kimi Räikkönen and Fernando Alonso, one behind another.
It's lights out in Austria, and away we go.
Lap 1 stakes don't get higher when both are fighting uphill, literally.
Yeah.
Leaving just the width of a Mercedes and a little bit more, 1.8 meters.
Oh, that's Kimi Räikkönen, and on top of him is Fernando Alonso, and that's a very big accident.
Look at Ferrari's wheels. That new medium tyre was not getting any grip at all, but by the time he was able to firmly grasp the track again, Alonso had nowhere to go.
He was spinning the tires in all the gears, and then he lost the car on the left and I was on the left. We both okay, especially him, because I was quite close to the cockpit.
Damn right. I mean, just how
Yeah, that's super scary. Dude.
close that front wheel was from taking Kimi's head clean off. Remember, no halo in those days, but if Fernando thought
Oh, true, that was before the halo. Oh my goodness, that's even more scary.
this was bad, he tried to redeem his tragic 2015 season with a banger start in Albert Park, and a banger it was. Australia 2016. The antagonist, Esteban Gutierrez. Fresh blood after returning to the grid for Haas, he needed to make an impact, and that's exactly what he did. Lap 18.
Oh!
And you can see Alonso sat by the barrier and getting himself up,
Dude, like, how lucky was Alonso here?
walking very gingerly indeed. We've got a safety car, and that's a massive impact.
Down the massive straight coming into turn 3, Alonso closed in at over 300 kilometers per hour. Gutierrez
That's crazy fast.
on older tyres and a worse car hit the brakes the second Alonso made his move, spearing the McLaren off before firing it into a hellish barrel roll, eventually settling in the gravel. Immediately red flagged. You can see how brutal that impact was just by how wobbly Fernando is. But how does someone even survive this with these?
That is a really good question, especially before the halo.
It's called the survival cell. They cocoon the driver when the car disintegrates, like
Oh.
that.
Happy to be here, you know, it was quite a scary crash. I see the sky, then the ground, the sky, the ground, and I want to go out quickly.
Alonso missed the next race with fractured ribs, but now for the third year in a row, he's been involved in the biggest crash of that year. But sadly for him, it's about to get even worse. The title was on a knife edge going into Singapore 2017 for Hamilton and Vettel, just split by 3 points, and for the first time ever,
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah.
we've got a wet race at night.
Finally, we're going to find out what the drivers can see at night in the rain.
What could go wrong?
Nothing. Honestly, what can they see? Nothing. It's just grey and some light.
Sebastian Vettel on pole, Max Verstappen alongside. But keep an eye on Kimi Räikkönen in P4, as he already has doubts about his tyres.
Kimi Räikkönen's questioning whether intermediates is the way to go.
A lot of spray, very difficult to see.
Too late now, as it's...
Lights out, away we go. Verstappen gets an excellent start. Sebastian Vettel will need to cover him off. Kimi Räikkönen on the inside, and he's crashed with Verstappen. He's hit Vettel as well. Räikkönen is out before the first corner. He's gone into the Red Bull there as well. Carnage as Fernando Alonso gets involved.
God damn it, God damn it! Oh. Did they do? No idea. You okay, mate? Yeah, I'm okay.
Kimi hammering it off the line, Seb trying to cover off Max into the first corner, edges left, but with Kimi's right rear kissing Max's left front, it fires that Ferrari sideways into his teammate. Now watch Kimi as he drifts through the first corner, completely out of control. In his path, that's our boy Alonso.
They pinched the Red Bull. What a start Alonso got as well, but he's going to get bad payback for that.
Right place, wrong time.
Vettel somehow escaped, right right?
I think Vettel's just lost it on a load of coolant out of the back of his own, coming slippery as well, of course.
Vettel going backwards. Sebastian Vettel has lost his front wing. He's reversing round turn 5.
With Vettel out,
Hamilton could actually walk away from here with a 28-point advantage over Sebastian Vettel. This could be the championship defining moment.
and that was it. This was the reason Hamilton gained his 4th World Championship. Coincidentally, at that
That was so scary though. To see so many people crash is always so nerve-wracking to me.
point, that levelled him with Vettel's 4 championships. But now he must give Alonso a break, as going into 2018, we'd be confronted by one of the scariest flying crashes in history. Monza 2018, the fastest circuit on the calendar, but Marcus Ericsson going into FP2, and without a contract for next year, he needed to make a statement. But nailing it down the main straight, watch his rear wing.
Dude.
Oh, something's off.
Oh, that's a big crash.
Oh.
That's a Sauber of Marcus Ericsson.
You okay?
The car
It trashed to literally nothing.
snapped suddenly at 320 kilometers per hour, becoming a victim in that car like Hamilton at Ferrari, spearing into the barriers before flipping a total of 4 times before eventually coming to rest. Why a victim?
Do you see this? Let's go a few seconds back. Thank goodness for the halo. Fuck. Look at that. It's
Rest. Why a victim?
Drag reduction system.
DRS systems are meant to close upon braking, but
You see the wing just over-open there.
We could be looking at a DRS failure. The rear wing flap has not reattached, has not gone down.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. In the end of the day, it was incredible to be able to walk away from an accident like
absolutely like that. Like without a scratch, it seems, just walking away like
10,
that.
15 years ago, a similar incident could have been fatal.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and it was fatal.
with teammate Charles Leclerc, as his crash should have decapitated him by none other than... He's back! Spart.
Why are they making this comedic? I feel so bad for laughing. I feel so bad for laughing.
2018, home of some of the scariest crashes
Dude.
inside and out of F1. But for Alonso, he just needed to stop being involved in the biggest crashes of the year. Unlucky for him.
And it's lights out, and away we go. Hamilton moves over to cover up Sebastian Vettel, and there's locking up in a crash, and Fernando Alonso goes over the top there of Charles Leclerc's Sauber. Also involved Nico Hulkenberg in the Renault.
Watch the wheels on Nico Hulkenberg's car. He locked up hard, ramming the back of our precious Fernando, sending him flying over Charles Leclerc's Sauber. But look closely at Alonso's front right wheel.
Holy fuck, yeah. Leclerc would have seen the pearly gates that day if it's not for the halo. Fuck.
If that halo wasn't there, that's Charles's head taken clean off. On board with Leclerc. If this was even a year earlier, that's a near 0% chance of survival. I say
Yeah.
the year before as
The Halo is a mandatory head protection device introduced into the sport in 2018.
with everyone making it out unscathed, Leclerc and Alonso knew how serious this could have been.
Well, obviously it helped me out, and I'm grateful for that.
I felt the impact.
Crash, and Fernando Alonso.
Sad because these kind of mistakes, they have high consequences.
Look at this same corner 6 years prior.
Slowing into the wall, and oh dear, Roman Grosjean, and Fernando Alonso, and Lewis Hamilton.
Look familiar? There may be
This is really hard to watch, no? When you know how much is at stake when this happens.
more
Whoa.
safety procedures, but that doesn't mean the crashes get any less scary. As in 2019 in Mexico City, we're 2 kilometers above sea level and right at the end of Q3.
And there is the Mercedes. Well, the Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas through the Peraltada has gone into the barrier. That is qualifying over.
It may not have looked like much, but
Toto.
you can hear how much of an impact that was.
You okay, Valtteri? Yeah. Okay, so the car is safe.
On board, you can see he sends it a touch too deep, but as soon as he touched that dusty exit line, away he went, and boom. That Tech Pro barrier spears him too, but if that was bare concrete, a relatively small incident like this could have turned into something disastrous. The car was left in 1,000 pieces, yet somehow the Mercedes' mechanics still brought that same car back the next day for a P3 finish. Not
That is actually impressive. Very, very impressive.
Too bad, Toto, but
Toto.
to 2020, and Leclerc is about to put those barriers to the ultimate test. Monza, for Ferrari's home race.
It's the most important race of the season.
It couldn't have started any worse.
Brakes failed. Brakes failed.
The brakes are on fire.
Brake line exploded.
But at lap 19, Kevin Magnussen's Haas chugs out on the entrance to the pit lane, opening up the floodgates for a free pit stop. For Charles Leclerc in the other Ferrari down in P17, an Italian godsend. Watch this, making up 11 places to P6, but matched with this pass.
Charles Leclerc is putting Kimi Raikkonen under pressure behind him. Antonio Giovinazzi goes past Raikkonen. He might clear 2 Alphas in about 300 metres here, and he does.
He's put Ferrari in prime contention for a home podium.
That was crazy.
Any Ferrari driver's dream. What could go wrong?
Oof, no.
Are you okay? Charles, can you hear me?
Losing the back end of his car under acceleration, watch him try and regain control, but in that count
But what happened? I don't remember. What happened here?
to steer, the car snaps back, pointing directly at that tyre wall before smashing into it at around 155 kilometers per hour, producing 32 Gs of force. In perspective, this is what happens under 9G.
Dude.
I'm sorry, but I struggled so much. Sorry.
Copy. Main thing is that you are okay.
I think there's a bit of a blackout for a few seconds. The heat was pretty hard. Everything happened.
Yeah, dude. I personally, I don't think I would have survived that.
Very, very quickly, and unfortunately it puts all our hopes to the bin.
Luckily for Ferrari, 7 days later at Mugello and their 1000th Grand Prix, they had a chance to make it right. Right? Mugello, Italy. Only on the calendar for a one-off to celebrate Ferrari. No pressure, lads.
And it's lights out and away we go.
But at turn 3, it already started to kick off.
Charles Leclerc is ahead of Alex Albon still, and there's a tangle there, and it's the McLaren, and Carlos Sainz has been spun round, and there's even further trouble.
Yeah, he got rotated pretty hard there.
Way back.
Watch that Alfa Romeo. That's Kimi Raikkonen losing all traction, smashing into Pierre Gasly, starting that beautiful chain reaction. Verstappen and Gasly
Beautiful? Excuse you, beautiful?
all out, with Vettel getting super lucky to make his way around the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. But this day would get a whole lot worse for Sainz, as this wasn't the crash that made the list, as 6 laps later, Bottas would control the field for the restart.
And Bottas is away, and there's a big crash at the back, and that is the Alfa Romeo.
Oh my god, look at him going backwards. Look at him going backwards. Oh shit.
See,
It was almost...
oh, that's not good.
When the safety car comes in, it's down to the leader to determine when the field takes off again, as long as it's before the finish line. Bottas waits right to the last second to take off, sending the back of the pack into a frenzy. Magnussen slowed after reacting to cars ahead. Latifi jinxed left to avoid it, but Giovinazzi, still flat out, struck Magnussen's left rear to cannon into Latifi. Sainz at full throttle had nowhere to go.
If you're okay, thank yours.
No single driver caused it. It was a beautiful ripple. For Ferrari at their home race, how did they oh.
That was stupid from whoever was at the front. They want to kill us or what? This is the worst thing I've seen ever.
The worst thing you've ever seen, eh, Grosjean? Oh, buddy.
Oh no, 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 no. This it goes down in one of the most epic moments in Formula 1 history, saves, honestly. I still don't understand how he was able to jump out of the flames like that.
Romain Grosjean, with 2 races left on his contract, needed to prove himself to the other teams to snag a last-second seat if he wanted to keep his F1 dreams alive.
Stopping is not an option.
P19 on the grid, night race, cool desert air, with a hell of a lot on the line.
You don't want to be driving too cautiously. I'm just gonna go and drive the way I like it.
Dude.
It's lights out and away we go.
Turn 3, Grosjean attempted to make a pass on Danica Kvyat when...
Off the track already, and that is that damage for Lando Norris. Damage and a big fire there as the...
Dude, it's super hard to see every time. Like even if you know the outcome, it's just super scary.
It out of turn 3. Get him out. I think that's Romain Grosjean.
Look at that. The car is in half.
Was a big one. Is he okay?
I will come back to you.
Accelerating hard, trying to squeeze in front of the AlphaTauri, Kvyat holds true, causing his front left to clip the Haas, sending Grosjean into a career-altering path with that wall. The car split in two, and flames completely engulfed him. Grosjean still inside. For 2 minutes and 45 seconds, no one knew the outcome, until...
Look at him. This is a miracle.
He wanted to walk to the ambulance, but he wanted to demonstrate that he was okay.
But how do you end up okay after that?
Honestly, that was a guardian angel. That was a guardian angel and the halo again.
See, the halo, introduced just 2 years earlier, took most of the hit. We've seen it tested multiple times in this video so far, but this was the biggest sway for the last remaining doubters. It forces the upper rail up and away, creating a pocket just big enough for Grosjean to make his next moves.
The hit with the wall wasn't hard. It's strange because it was 56 Gs. It means my
Dude,
body
56 G's.
was about 3.9 tons.
The halo underneath the barrier there. So he's had to get out of that somehow.
It's all orange on the left. It's not sunsets. Is it the light from the circuit? No. Oh, it's fire. There's a time where I think that is it, you know. Kids came in the car. It's no, daddy. This is not happening. It cannot be the end.
All of this took place in 27 seconds. We'll make a full video on Grosjean soon, but this wasn't the only major crash this race, as Kvyat was at it again. Lap 3, Lance Stroll in the racing point.
Of course, it's the window licker.
We have got an incident in the back there.
Lance Stroll's racing point.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Hanging upside down.
It's hard to even talk about this crash after what we just saw. The halo doing its job once again. You see him crawling out. He's fine. But the interesting part, Danny Kvyat, the same guy who took out Grosjean, also took out Stroll. As much as he didn't get penalized
Oh, that's interesting. Wait, I didn't remember that.
for the Grosjean crash, he did get pinged for not only a 10-second penalty, but also 2 points added to his super license. They say it was just for the Stroll crash, but come on, the man nearly killed a man an hour earlier, a bit like Russell's attempted murder on Bottas a year later. After 5 years in the team, Valtteri Bottas' spot at Mercedes was on the line, and with the likes of George Russell coming through the ranks, a war had begun.
I know that George is going to come after my seat.
Welcome along to the second running of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
The boiling point of this war, it was Bottas.
If I want to stay with the team, I need to perform because I fight for it.
Versus Russell.
But I need to go out there and show them that I'm the one.
Bottas in P8, Russell in the Williams P12.
And be the best driver win.
It's lights out and away we go.
Lap 32.
This is the birth of Osama bin Russell.
Because that's Valtteri Bottas and George Russell.
Dude. I can't.
What? What the was he doing?
Well, you see, George, it's more of what were you doing? On rainy days, see that? That's the one clear, dry path that the drivers stick to. So overtaking is already riskier business. Bottas stuck to that path. Russell attempts to make the move, but his back right wheel gently kisses the wet grass. At 305 kilometers per hour, Russell turns into, as Toto Wolff puts it,
It was a bit of a kamikaze project.
Kamikaze project. Yeah, that's lightly put.
The wall 50 plus G is never nice. Valtteri could have been injured.
I said, "Are you trying to kill us?" I don't think he heard me and just called me a CU.
He was pissed off. In response, gave him a hand signal.
Hand signal is a beautiful way of putting that. Russell may
A hand signal.
have won that Mercedes seat that next year. But in 2026, our boy Bottas returns to the grid with Checo when Cadillac decides to have a crack at F1.
We've been expecting you.
As we've all been expecting, when Verstappen and Hamilton turned their title rivalry into a 51G flashback.
Oh, yeah.
Silverstone, Lewis Hamilton's home race. Mercedes needed this race if they had any chance of taking the championship.
For Mercedes, this race is critical.
For Verstappen,
oh God, it's Lewis Hamilton. You take the space you need, you don't do that. Only a weakling would do that.
he sits on pole, with Hamilton P2.
Just make sure we don't go too mad.
Agreed.
The British Grand Prix
1:09, Copse Corner, lap 1.
Hamilton's going to try again, this time on the inside, a continent touch!
That's so scary.
Dude! Into Copse! Hamilton continues on!
That's 190 mile an hour.
Is Max okay?
They both knew how valuable it would be to get out in front early, so with no holds barred, Hamilton drove down the inside, but Max wasn't letting him get away that easily.
Only a weakling would do that.
Front left, back right.
Only a weakling will do that. Oh my god, Max.
Sending Max soaring into the barriers at 180 miles per hour, 51 Gs. You can hear from Max just how hard that was.
You okay?
Damn.
Getting
yeah.
out unaided, Max was taken away for precautionary checks, but for Lewis, this race was very much still alive.
Yeah, Michael, look, that's an enormous accident, and it was 100% Max's corner. Full blame lays on Hamilton.
Understood, Christian, that's why it's under investigation.
So Hamilton has been given a 10-second penalty.
It seemed like all was said and done, but he wasn't going to give up without a fight.
He wins the British Grand Prix!
But this war wasn't done there.
Play all the games you like. We're in this fight, and it's all to play for.
As 4 races later, the 2 top men would be
In the end, there's a lot of stakes at play, yeah.
at it again. Monza.
Dude.
Verstappen is 5 points out in front, but that's nothing in F1. One race could flip that just like it did in Silverstone, lap 23, with Max eloquently informing us,
Yeah, my tires are...
easy pit stop, right?
What is happening down at Red Bull?
Okay.
They'll be lucky if that's sub 10 seconds.
11.1 seconds. With Lewis down in P4 and with a solid pit, this was his moment.
It's going to be a tight on exit. It's Verstappen.
Into the first chicane, it's wheel to wheel.
Oh! Yeah, that's... Whoa!
Crashed out, and they are both out.
A very big accident. Hope Hamilton's okay.
That's what you get when you don't leave the space.
Both cars come into the first corner no problem, but as they're coming into the second, Verstappen wasn't going to give up that easily.
Only a weakling would do that.
Refusing to
Why is he quoting that again?
yield, leaped into the air from that sausage curb on the right before catching tyres, flying him not just into the air, but landing right on top of Hamilton's head.
Even with the halo, Martin, rubbing against the crash helmet.
Without that halo, there's not a chance that Lewis doesn't die in that car, even though the
That is true. Like, the halo... I remember the drivers were like, "Oh, it looks ugly, it's in front of the view, like, you have to spar in front of it, everything." But after the many lives that the halo already saved, I am so glad that this is now mandatory.
The steward said Max was mostly to blame. The finale of this 2021 clash is about as legendary as it gets.
Max Verstappen is champion of the world!
A rainy
Crazy!
Spa. Shocker. But Lando Norris was putting in a hell of a qualifying. Fastest in Q1, Q2, and now ahead with 10 minutes before the end of Q3. Things started to get desperate out there.
I think they should red flag. Too much water, mate.
And the conditions are getting worse.
Quite a bit of aquaplaning.
Okay, understood.
And that's what they fear, aquaplaning. The drivers lose all grip and the potential to go off into the barriers.
One of the most well-timed comments in F1 is just 23 seconds later.
Did that go round?
Literally in that corner. Whoa! Ooh. He got rotated multiple times.
Has had a big off.
Nos está costando, uy, va, qué leche, nos está costando mucho.
As he got out of Eau
Yeah, same. Honestly, same, Carlos, same.
Rouge, the car lost all grip on the track. Trying to correct it, the car snapped back, sending him spinning off that wall at around 280 kilometers per hour. Vettel was the first on the scene.
Just making sure that he's okay.
What the did I say? What did I say? Red flag.
Yeah. Unnecessary. Is he okay?
Silence fell. Lando hasn't moved. Eventually,
Lando, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
after getting checked out, Lando may have been able to race the next day, but due to the rain, no one did.
It is time to go back to the pit lane again because conditions haven't improved.
Eventually called off, Russell
Thank goodness they called it off.
Actually took his first ever podium on this day, one of the deciding factors of why Toto chose him over Bottas, the same way Haas had a big decision to make after. To 2022 and to Jeddah.
This is the fastest street circuit on the calendar.
Michael Schumacher's son, Mick, needed to start pulling his weight to prove that regardless of how prestigious his name is, he needed to perform.
Points is a very big one of mine, which I haven't reached yet.
In the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah, and he sadly did not show the world that he has the same wit as his father. Again, just because you have, you know, a big name. I mean, maybe it's more pressure to live up to that name, but in the end, yeah, there's people who don't have the privilege to grow up and get trained by, you know, one of the greatest drivers of all time. So sadly.
Championship, each position is worth between 10 and 15 million.
But in qualifying, Mick, pushing everything he could out of that car, was about to find out just how unforgiving this track could be.
Look at these tires.
Oh, that's big. That's huge.
And then going backwards, that's so scary.
Red flag, obviously, but that's a very, very big impact for Mick.
Too big. Just
We're checking.
Flying into turn 10, all it took was the Haas to clip the curb to snap out of control. The rear goes light, cascading the car towards the wall at 270 kilometers per hour before bouncing off it, absorbing a 33G impact. Finally.
Are you okay?
What just happened? I'm okay. I just don't understand it.
Mick may have been okay, but Haas weren't.
People think, yeah, you just bought a few parts, or no, it's very difficult to get it all together.
The car was smashed up so badly, and since money isn't falling out of the sky for the smaller teams, they couldn't get the car ready for that Sunday's race. The final cost may have been around £1 million for Jeddah, but overall £2 million for the season. We'll see how.
Well, in the end, that should not matter. No. It's a life at stake. No amount of money should matter when a life is at stake.
Later on, but for Zhou Guanyu, Silverstone will be remembered for the day he nearly lost it all. Zhou Guanyu, fresh off his career best finish P8 in Canada, is starting to turn heads. Could this be a man for the future?
Zhou Guanyu starts 9th on the grid.
He was on a roll. What he didn't know is that he was about to make an impact for all the wrong reasons.
And it's lights out,
yeah.
away we go.
Oh. Again, thank goodness for the damn fucking halo. I can't say it enough. The halo. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Dude.
It will look bad. It looked bad.
Gasly is threading a narrowing gap. As Russell and Zhou drift towards each other, that little nudge from Gasly on Russell's left rear fires that Mercedes sideways into Zhou. The roll structure fails immediately, leaving just the halo between his head and the track. The car slides, catching the gravel trap at an angle which fired him straight over the tyre wall, wedging him in. Zhou now unable to escape. Russell quickly realised what he'd done.
I just see this car just barrel rolling towards the barriers, well over 100 miles an hour. Ordinarily, you're so focused on yourself, you've just lost this race. But I was thinking, that's a huge crash.
With the marshals and medical crew there, the delicate operation to free Zhou had begun.
And seeing him being trapped in that car, that's kind of like a driver's worst fear.
After 11 grueling minutes,
Thank goodness.
he was shipped.
Yeah, those were really long 11 minutes. Like, I remember as well. Like, because you never know, right? You never know. I mean, the last death in Formula 1, thank goodness, has been years and years and years and years back. But when you see this type of crash, it's crazy. It's shocking. It's worrying.
Shipped off to hospital. He didn't just survive, he was barely injured. From his perspective,
Been alright. All good. While I was rolled upside down.
I kind of just closed the eyes, just waiting to stop. Luckily, I was walking off after, I think, one of the biggest incidents in Formula 1.
A miracle worker, just like Mick Schumacher was in Monaco that year, as not only did his car split in two, but also showed us where that other £1 million in Haas's budget went to.
There are real question marks over Mick. He keeps making mistakes.
From Jeddah to spearing into Vettel in Miami, but now in Monaco, he needed to start to pull his own weight, especially after his teammate Kevin Magnussen was already out of this race. To make it worse, the track was drying, but still very wet.
Oh, that is the Haas.
I can't.
It's a very costly accident.
Look at that dry line. All it took was his back right tyre straying off the dry line to send Mick into the barriers where...
But again, I don't think this was Mick's fault, no? He was just super unlucky with the car here.
On impact, the whole rear of the car breaks away. Survival cell on one side, the gearbox assembly on the other. Mick climbs out unaided, shaken, not hurt. Medical checks, all clear, but going into 2023...
It's chaos and there's contact!
A legendary Australian Grand Prix. A record 3 red flags in this race. First off was Alex Albon at lap 7. The car just giving out under him with nowhere to go but the barriers. But look how close both Hülkenberg and Gasly came to Albon, wiping them out.
I might be sounding really monotone in this video, but this is just me being like worried all the time. Okay, this is not so easy to watch.
On the bounce back.
He did a great job of getting out of it.
Red flag 1. Lap 53. Kevin Magnussen bins it into the wall, spewing debris all over the road. But with 2 laps to go, it's number 2.
We have a neutralised race once again, and we have an extraordinary finish to come your way.
It's lights out, and again with 2 laps to settle it.
It's as you were from the top 3. It's going to be close to contact, and Fernando Alonso is spun round by Carlos Sainz. Perez is off the road. It's Max Verstappen with the lead. Oh, it's deep. He's deep. Stroll into the corner. It's total chaos.
First off, watch sights. A small lunge, a brush on Alonso's rear, and away the Aston goes.
Stupid rule. How the hell you can put a red flag before?
Further back, Sargent forgets the brake pedal exists and wipes out both himself and Nick de Vries. Up ahead, Gasly goes deep at T1, skates across the escape, but Ocon tries to pull a sneaky one up the outside. Gasly had no idea he was there, and boom.
Dude. Oh.
Oh my god.
That's it. Need extinguisher.
Then there's just Stroll. Need I say more? With a banger of a race,
No, honestly, no. When it comes to Strolovic, no.
It's sad to see it ended under a safety car. But with everyone all right, we'll stay with our punching bag Stroll.
He's going to put it in the wall.
Singapore and Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin chasing a lifeline at the end of Q1 with 2 corners to go.
Stroll is currently last, and he's hanging on to that Aston Martin of the 3 miles. Gasly goes, he's going to put it in the wall. Big crash on board with Lance Stroll. He was trying to wring the neck of the speed there.
Or is safe, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
The hurried outlap left the tyres under.
Look at this. If there would have been a fire, holy fucking moly.
Prepared, mixing dirty air from the car in front, and if you watch that little wobble exit, that curb, the man didn't have a chance, landing himself 50 Gs against the wall. Once the rear goes at that speed, you're a passenger. But also, look how close both McLarens come from joining in on the fun. First Norris, and then Piastri. Missing out on Sunday's race would leave Singapore with 0 points. A bit like Haas leaving with 0 points in Monaco for the 2nd year running. This one, in even more dramatic fashion than the last. Monaco 2024, the world's most famous motor race, yet consistently one of the most boring. I know one way it can be spiced up. Let's go to race start.
It's lights out.
I mean, we've seen it this year too. This year's Monaco race was actually quite spicy. No?
And away we go. Leclerc gets away brilliantly.
Dude. Look at his face.
Magnussen got ballsy, tucking in the right-hand side of Perez as they charge uphill. Perez tracks left for the racing line, but with nowhere to go, bang. K-Mags and Perez's tyres start making out at 150 miles per hour.
Yeah, they made out quite impactfully.
loading the Red Bull against the wall before collecting Hulkenberg in for the threesome.
Are you okay, Nico?
Damn it.
Look at that ball of debris that's just gliding.
Damn right it was. A mechanical bloodbath, with that Red Bull only having a wheel still left on right
Look at that. It's
before it flies away. A beautiful sight. With all 3 drivers and even a photographer making it out of the medical centre intact, we go to 2025, the cursed second Red Bull seat. After Liam Lawson crumbled at the start of the season, Yuki Tsunoda got demoted down to Red Bull. Yes, I said that correctly. At Imola in Q1, what could he do?
damn the roast. Damn the shade.
To uncurse that seat.
Oh, big crash for Yuki Tsunoda. Did he roll? He
Yeah,
did.
fuck.
Wow.
Oh my god, I just saw the video.
Big crash.
Is he okay?
It's almost reminiscent of Joe Guan Yu's crash in Silverstone a couple of years ago. So I wonder what's happened there.
Taking way too much of the curb, he sent that Red Bull soaring, launching it into the tyre wall before grinding on his halo, eventually lodging himself into the gravel.
But the roll hoop doing its job.
Yuki may not have broke Red Bull's second seat curse, but it's insane to realise in just the Halo's 7th year how many drivers would have died if not for that sturdy little ring.
Literally, that's crazy.
Like and oh look, the subscribe button just lit up. The grid out.
Why is it Bottas taking a shower in the end? Oh my god, go like and subscribe to The Grid. I will be linking it down below as usual. Thank you for watching. I don't know, this type of videos is a little bit harder to watch because maybe it's just me, but there's so much at stake, and even if you know the outcome, you know, it's still scary. It's so much brute force, and yeah, holy moly. I am glad that all of them got out of this without, you know, major injuries and were able to recover fully and even race the next day. So thank goodness, thank the Halo. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!